Hi, it's me again. It's September 18th, still 2020, and I just asked a quick reading question about whether or not Eric Trump would go to prison as a result of the concerns that Letitia James has about them overestimating their assets in order to get um, loans and funds and things. And the answer is confinement with the Eight of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune for he has a big change in his life. He will be, I believe, going to prison. This is a card of confinement as a result of the situation that Letitia James is coming for him with. He will. Oh yes, Five of Swords. It's because this card came up earlier too. It just shows that he's a thief, that this is shady conduct going on around those loans that they sought. He will be held accountable. He will be imprisoned for that. Yeah. And I wonder about his wife. Is his wife Laura? Isn't it Laura? I wonder if she's a fire sign. Have to look it up. This could also be, is Letitia James a fire sign? This could also be her saying, that stinks. Your story stinks. I get flashes of Eric's wife getting in trouble. Maybe it's just because I don't like her. I'll have to look at that, and I will. But he's definitely going to get in trouble. I'm shown confinement with the Eight of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, which makes me feel also like a cycle of time, a sentencing. So let's just look at Laura. Is Lara Trump going to get in trouble for something? Because I keep feeling like I don't follow that woman. I have no idea what she's up to. I can't stand to see these people or hear them on television. So I don't keep abreast of what they're doing, and especially the likes of some, idiot like her. But I just keep getting a feeling like she's going to get in trouble as well. But let's see. Maybe it's just going to be Eric, because they have children. And I guess somebody has to be there for those poor children that they unfortunately brought into the world. I don't like to say things that about people, but man, I feel sorry for the kids. They're innocent. All right, let's see. Is Lara Trump? Is Laura about said Laura Bush? Is Lara Trump going to get in trouble? Eric's wife. Is Laura going to get in trouble? Lara Trump. Seven of Cups. Strength. She's going to be definitely stressed that she's going to be getting in trouble, and I feel like she could drink or kind of seek escapism with that Seven of Cups. I also think she's not very smart. I have a feeling, I know, hold your disbelief, but I have a feeling it's just her thoughts are just kind of floaty. They're not grounded. They're not practical, they're not sensible. And strength, I think it's the feeling immediately that I got with this is trying to cope with the pressure, with stress, and drinking. That's what I got with that. Four of Wands, this is the public face. And there's total manipulation going on. Total manipulation. And and propaganda, trying to twist facts. I think these could be speaking out to the public and trying to control the narrative, trying to gaslight. I think because she's panicking on the inside. The Emperor, that was be Trump. The Seven of Coins. This is some sort of a, these are the finances, and certainly the goal of getting the loans and things like that. But this is, I believe, with the Emperor, that would be her husband, that would be Eric, this is the money, and it can also indicate Donald Trump as Emperor, because he thinks he's an emperor, but in a form of leadership. The Emperor is the father, the husband, and so that's why I'm saying this could be both kind of representing Eric and his father. But Eric as her husband and the financial trouble that he's in. This shows like there was a plan. She may have tried to help him. Maybe that's going to come up. Again, this is about the loans. Oh, and the Five of Wands. There's going to be a fight. There's going to be a fight here because he's going to be in trouble. And so I think just as much as they are being pushed on by Letitia James, they're going to try to push back. My question is, do they start turning on each other? And I think at some point they will, because they're all going to be in trouble, and they're very selfish, myopic people. So at the end of the day, I think everyone is going to they're going to try to help each other to a certain degree, but they're going to, at the end of the day, I think, be looking after numero uno, and they're each to their own families. I believe that these three kids are going to be put at test toward one another, because the family monies, I see them going broke. Yep, they're going to be in trouble. I feel like the question comes of, well, this doesn't wash what you've given us, these figures. It doesn't wash. It doesn't balance out. And so there is this energy that is looking into, I think, in kind of analyzing the figures and seeing this is that activity, and just seeing that it does not, because I think there's information he has to give them, or I think they've got some information, but not, I think there's some that he has yet to give them. But I think the information that they do have shows discrepancy, and he's going to be in trouble for that. Yeah. I think this is potentially Letitia James going after them with that Eight of Wands. So they're going to be in trouble, and her husband's going to be in trouble. I have to look and see what Laura's sign is. I know that Eric is a Virgo, which makes me disgusted because I'm a Virgo. I was like, oh, no, you're just no. How are you a Virgo? That's not possible. But just not one of the smarter ones, I'm afraid. Typically, you're going to see probably that his wife would be a water sign, possibly another earth sign. So I have to see what hers is. Anyhow, there's activity coming up with that, and his wife, Laura, is going to be stressing big time, because on the defense, and she's going to get tired. She's going to get tired because they are going to have him come after him. They are going to have the law come after them, and they're going to feel tired by the end of it all, and she's going to end up feeling really spent by it. And this luxury, all of this money is about maintaining their lifestyle, and they live outside of what they can afford. I mean, a lot of us do, but not like them. Not like them. They are seeking to have the life of Riley, so to speak, but they don't really, even more than the rest of us, don't have the means to frankly maintain or build and keep that kind of lifestyle. So they want the lifestyle, but they don't have the substance to keep it. They don't have the brains to keep it. That's all the cheating. I know you're not. We know this about them, but it shows up, and it shows that they're going to get in trouble. They're going to be on the defensive, and that they're indulgent and greedy. Again, with the Three of Cups and the 3 kids. Queen of Cups. I think that could be probably Laura or Ivanka. We'll have to see. I should have seen what Laura's sign was, but probably Ivanka, because I think she's pretty bossy out of the 3 kids, and I can guarantee you she is domineering in it and in her brother's business. She'll be telling them what to do. So that's a tough call on this card. Is this Laura? Is this Ivanka? I think it's Ivanka. There is this attempt, there's this attempt to try to show yourselves as being earning the money and putting the effort in. But it's a fraud. It's a front. That's what I get with these two. It's not, they don't do the actual work. They parade around in their lifestyle and society as though they are part of it, but they're really not. They're not in there because they can actually make that money themselves. They have to keep up this charade and all of these criminal activities in order to keep this lifestyle. And their family is going to go broke because there's nobody. It seems that Fred and his grandfather were able to make better, I think, business choices, as corrupt as they were, but Donald and his kids, they're not capable. They're not capable of keeping that business going. They've run it into the ground, and their family's going to be broke. I'm telling you. The Lovers, the Empress, I think this is her. She's the wife. She's going to have to be making some decisions. Uh-oh, is Eric going to get the Dear John letter? Knight of Cups, there's a proposal or an offer. Hey, Laura, just tell us what they did. Seriously, she might consider trying. She is so slippery. I see her trying to control the narrative with that Knight of Cups and some offer. They have also taken the money, I think, and put it in shady places, that loan money. I think she's had a hand in it too. Oh, this is funny. This card is called Dairy Squirrel. I'm gonna have to look that one up. And the 10 of Coins. Look at all that money. Well, the squirrel, is just reminds me of somebody that's squirreling, tucking things away. Is this a shell account? I think that there could be an account in her name or something along those lines of finance. Let me look at Deary Squirrel. That is freaking funny. What? With the acorns. Oh, that's coins. Okay, I'm gonna have to look up this character because this is new to me from Madame Wilhelmina's deck. Deary Squirrel. What have we got with that? I just love the name. I'm really digging this deck. It's cool. So bear with me for 2 seconds here while I get to the name. Okay, I found it. It's a card that they've made that comes after the world. Deary Squirrel. Happy squirrel? Question mark. Like the mythological squirrel Ratatosk, who ran insults between the dragon at the base of the world tree and the eagle up in the top branches, this creature is a mischief maker. Look at this card as that of a light-hearted trickster in your reading. So there's a trickster. Well, I don't know about light-hearted and all that, but there's some trickster stuff. It's definitely into giving a nod toward trickster, something funny with a heck of a large sum of money. And I believe that that's through Laura. I believe she's, not surprisingly, done things, probably has stuff in her name, in offshore accounts or something along those lines. They're going to find it. 6 of coins. Yeah, I feel like money's being shuffled. There's that old shuffle shell game, literally, where they're moving finances around. Here is the Queen of Pentacles. So Laura is a Libra. This could be Melania, because this is the Queen of Pentacles. All those, it's hard to say, all those women in that family, and that includes the ones that married in, are money oriented. 6 of coins. I don't know if this is a female that's going to try and help her, but this shows some activity with finances and getting help from somebody. I think Laura's going to have to end up getting help from someone. Because they're broke. They broke, man. 2 of Swords. And 10 of Cups. I feel like there's a block to satisfaction. Because, yeah, I feel like there's going to be a freeze on their assets. So that's interesting. So there's a little bit more for you today, Lara Trump. And I think she's going to be in the hot seat. And I think her husband's going to be in huge trouble. And I think she's going to get looked at. Because I think there's funny money situations. Maybe finances put in her name. She's going to get pulled in. The Hanged Man. She could be in trouble for a while. That could be a short amount of time one does. It's hard to say. This room, I hate the lighting in here. I'll see if I can't turn on this other light. Oh, thank you, Mick. So, Wheel of Fortune again, and the Hanged Man. There's again, I'm getting about a cycle of time and some suspension, some you're not going anywhere kind of thing. That could be imprisonment, or it could be house arrest, probation while Eric's in prison, or something along those lines. I could see maybe something along those lines, but I do think she's going to be getting in some trouble. And I think there's stuff from the past that's going to get leaked. And it has to do with financial transactions that have been done over and over again. These different financial transactions of moving money or shifting money around, activity with money, and shadiness, fraud. She could well get in trouble for fraud. Judgment. The Moon. Yeah, she's going to get in trouble for, I think, fraud and deceit. I think she's going to get in trouble too, because she does get Judgment. So she's going to be held accountable for financial improprieties that she's taken part in. How do you like them apples? All right. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good Thursday. Now that I know what day it is, right? I need more coffee, you guys.